want to hop in and just talk a little bit about, the fact that I'm not here to save you, right? And nobody is actually here to save anyone, right? But I wanted to talk a little bit about this concept because I think it might be valuable to you if you're somebody who's sitting on the fence thinking of jumping into an online business, if you're somebody who's already working with me or coaching with me, or you listen to what I talk about a lot, because I am really passionate about helping women start online businesses and really just understanding that it is so doable right now. And there's never been an easier time, a better time, a better opportunity to leverage and capitalize on what's going on in the world right now, right? And what's going on in the world right now is a little bit crazy, right? There's some stuff going on, but behind all the stuff that's actually going on is one of the biggest shifts in how people work, how they get paid, what they do for a living. It's crazy, in case you haven't noticed. I just got off of a team Zoom, and the stats that one of my mentors was sharing is just absolutely nuts, right? Like 45, I think she said 45% of people are already involved in the gig economy some way, right? That's almost half. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, so why this topic? So the other day, somebody said to me, I've had a few people actually that I've been chatting to say, "Oh no, you've really changed. Like, you seem really different. You've changed. You don't come out and have coffee with us anymore," and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, and then I thought a little bit about, oftentimes hey Kelly, when people are in business, right? And our goal is to help and serve. Our goal is in what I do is to help people get fitter, healthier, help people boss up in their business, help women get started with their business. And oftentimes people get frustrated and quit. And oftentimes people get frustrated and quit, and they will want to lay blame, right? Because it's frustrating when things don't work right away, right? And so I just want to talk about what it actually is my job here, right? Because my job is not to save you, right? And the person who you're upline or the person you're working with right now, it's not their job to save you either, right? It's our job to save ourselves, or it's my job to actually help you save yourself, right? So that you can absolutely go out and crush whatever it is that you want to crush, right? If you're in the online space. So I just want to talk about a few things that I can really help you with, okay? And these are really important things in life, y'all. Like, they're really important if you're building a business. They're really important if you're leveling up in your life. And these are things that I've had personal experiences with that have really, really helped me. So number one, right, is helping you how to rediscover your confidence, okay? And who feels like at some point in their life, they had a lot of confidence, maybe when you were a teenager or younger, or maybe in your 20s, you were like, damn, I am, totally unstoppable. And then maybe you're like me, you had children, you got married, and all of a sudden you feel like that confidence went down. Maybe you put weight on when you had babies like me, like I put a ton of weight on. When my daughter was 2, I was walking around still talking about baby weight, right? And I totally lost the confidence that I had, right? And this is something that many of us, especially if you're a female, especially if you're a mom, this is something that many of us lose, right? We lose it. And so that's one thing that I love to do, is help women rediscover their confidence. And why is that important? Because having a degree of confidence, right, means that you have a high level of belief in yourself. And if you have a high level of belief in yourself, then you will continue despite and until, right? You will continue despite and until, because that is the missing piece, right? That most people never stick around long enough to figure out, oh, I just had to continue despite and until, right? Oh, well, I quit. right? And then they're never around long enough to understand that, success is a long, messy, like hot mess journey, right? But if you can find that confidence that you were absolutely born with, right? You were born with it. Like I always think of the example, like remember when you watched your kids when they were little learning to walk? Right? They fell down maybe once or twice. They fell down like dozens of times, maybe hundreds of times, right? And they didn't just stay down and go, damn it, I'm never gonna learn to walk. No, we have an inbuilt mechanism inside of us to have the confidence we need to succeed in whatever we wanna do, right? So that's one thing that I can actually help you with, right? Number 2 is seeing your skills. And see, this is the thing, like when I'm coaching or I'm talking to new people or even customers or whatever, right? I love going back to this confidence piece. And so many people are out there and you don't realize the skills that you already have. You're underestimating. And I love to talk to women, especially moms, right? Women like me who are stay-at-home moms I pulled myself out of the job world because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And then I decided to become an entrepreneur because I didn't want to go back to a job, right? And for the longest time, I underestimated and undervalued the skills that I already possessed from doing that, right? And so the coordination skills, the team building skills, the negotiation skills, like any parents out there, negotiation skills, right? Organizational skills, right? Your ability as a mother to absolutely do the difficult things that you don't want to do. I mean, this is what we do, right? I was explaining this to my 16-year-old Lachlan yesterday in the car as I made like my 10th driving pickup and drop off, right? So, and that like first world problems, right? That's not a difficult thing, but he's like, wow, Mom, like it's not going to always be like this, right? I said, it's all good. It's all good, it's all good. So that's number 2. Number 3 is understanding, okay? And this is the other thing that I'd love to do, that I can do, is demonstrate to you that understand that time waits for no one, okay? Time waits for no one. Time is that thing that people will always have the most regret about. The most emotionally triggered regret about the time they didn't spend, or the time they wasted, or being at the point where they didn't take the time to realize that they do actually have time. Right? And so if you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, he's amazing. Whether you're an entrepreneur or not, he's like always got some awesome value. And he talks to the older generation of people, and how he's saying, you still have time, i.e. even if you're 50, you can still start building an amazing business or do something incredible, right? And so I love that. I love having the positive outlook on time. But at the end of the day, time is the thing that we cannot control, right? Time is the thing that we can actually control, right? But only control what we do with it, how we spend it, right? And learning how to value the time you have like it's the most precious thing ever, because it is, right? It is. And so much of what we do as entrepreneurs is around time, right? Because like, here's a perfect example, right? So I'm not working a job. I explain this to my kids all the time. I'm not like checking in a time card saying, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with jobs. Just using this as an example. I'm not checking in a time card saying I started at 9 and then somebody's coming and tapping me on the shoulder saying, okay, time to get back to work and show me what you did and where's your key performance indicators and did you do this, did you do that, right? And so as an entrepreneur, right, you have to be so disciplined with your time, right? So time is one thing, that's so important. And understanding that that showing up independently is the most important thing that you can do, right? And what I mean by that is in a financial sense, right? And so as a woman, one of the most important, I would say, critical things that we can do, and this is one of the things that I love to be able to show people how to do, is to create financial independence, right? And why is that, right? you know, at the end of the day, the whole landscape of the world has changed, right? And people who, you know, couples together, spouses, whatever, has changed, right? And so we have a very traditional kind of relationship for a long time. I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband worked. I wasn't paid work. I was at home working, and it was, and this is what got me into the whole thing in the first place. It just hit me all of a sudden. I thought, you know what? I want to make my own money. I want to make my own big money. Not only that, but I want to be an equal player in this plan that we have to build wealth and to build financial security for our family, to create a legacy for our children, right? We had all these grand plans for this, right? And so I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to be a contributor to that. So financial independence is so important for women, you guys. It's so important. Like, gone are the days where, you know, we can like hang our financial hat on that of our husband. You know, there's so many more women in the workforce, and there are so many women now as entrepreneurs too. It is amazing. So that's all I've got to share with you today. I'm going to hop off. Thanks for tuning in. Look, if you are looking for some extra love and attention in your business, or maybe you're like just starting in an online business, please reach out to me, because I do have a wonderful community. It's free. It's for women only. But if you want to hop in there, I am doing a Reels masterclass this month, and I'll be creating a little cheat sheet for those people who are coming into the masterclass. But this is so important, y'all. This is the biggest lesson that I had to learn along the way, is that, you know, we're not here to save anybody. We're here to learn how to save ourselves, right? Doing some of the things that I talked about today. And then if you choose wisely, then we have the ability to teach others to do that. And that is really an absolutely incredibly powerful thing to do. Anyways, happy Friday, y'all. We'll see you next week for coaching. See ya.